Kieran, 3 points, 7 in a row, another clean sheet. What did you like about it?
Yeah, there was lots to like about the performance. It was an all-round performance. We came out on the front foot, took control of the ball in the game in the early stages, which takes a lot of courage. And we did that. And after we got the goal, we found a nice balance of, defending on shape, being resilient when we needed to be, taking the ball at times and playing through pressure at times, and of course carrying a big counter-attacking threat, which we did all through the game. So it was a tough game. We needed to show a lot of resilience and different qualities to us, and I think credit to the whole squad for how they've worked over the last 2 weeks, and that was evident in the game plan today and in the performance, and also in the substitutes and how they come on and helped us get the win.
How pleasing was that first goal? And again, we're talking about moments of quality that can make the difference.
It was a wonderful goal, I have to say. I enjoyed it so much. It was probably a textbook counter-attack goal of, counter-attacking from a defending set play. You want your goalkeeper to be aggressive, come and take things, have runners breaking off on either side, zigzag your way up the pitch in terms of your passes so you can't get locked into one line, and then right to the very moment of the last little cushioned header in the finish. I don't think you'll get a better counter-attack goal anywhere, really. So it was certainly a goal to enjoy, and a lot of work from the players and the coaching staff to develop that side of the game.
It's 20 goals now for Connor Chaplin this season, but as well as an obvious goal-scoring threat, why is he such an asset to this group? I
loved his second half performance, I have to say. His attitude, his work rate is such an energiser. He's so positive. He's got tactically a really good brain. He's one of the best on the pitch at communicating when we're having different scenarios and issues, and Derby give us some. His effort in the second half, the same as everyone else's, was outstanding. I said normally that would be a position that we'd make a substitute in, but I just said to the boys in the dressing room, there's not much I don't think we could improve from the defensive performance in the last 25 minutes, so it was hard to take some of the forward lads off.
They did rally somewhat, didn't they, Derby, after the goal? So what was the kind of message at half-time?
Yeah, they rallied. We didn't expect anything less. We scored early, and sometimes when you score early, the opposition then they take the handbrake off, and they're going to come for you, and with 30,000 behind them, and really good players on the pitch, we knew we were going to have to dig in. So glad that we managed to do that, and we saw it through the half-time. There's some things we needed to address at half-time. They had some rotations in terms of overloading our first line of pressure that was working quite well for them, and we needed to adjust a few things, so we did that. That helped us, of course, through the course of the second half. Thought we managed to get better pressure on the ball, got after their centre-halves better, and really limited them to very, very few opportunities.
At 1-0, how difficult is it to find the balance between protecting that lead and finding the second goal, and why today did we execute it so well?
Yeah, we were clear at half-time. We got to go for the second goal.
Right.
We didn't want to sit back. Derby had some of the ball. They're committing a lot of bodies, to the pressure, and they've got, again, really good players. So they had possession, but we knew that if we kept good compact shape, stayed aggressive from the shape, that we'd win the ball back, and we'd have chances to play in their half, which we did, and we'd have chances to counter-attack and get the second goal. So, yeah, of course, you have to always, each game is different, and you have to develop the understanding of the players of what's in front of them, but we've worked a lot on that, and I think the players really managed the game today in terms of everything: the crowd, the scoreline, the atmosphere, the decisions, and they executed that all really well.
Another break for the second goal. What did you like about that? And also George Hurst again, he's really found his form now, hasn't he, in terms of goal scoring?
Yeah. Another really good goal from hard work and organisation, defending on shape. You earn the right to do that away from home by having the lead, and Derby were pushing a lot of bodies forward at that point, and that made it a challenge. But we also know there'd be space there to break in, and a really good counter-attack by, I'm not sure who slid Wes in, but we win it. We slide Wes in behind, and he could have scored, but then George followed up, and he was probably on his last legs at that point. He'd worked so hard for the team, but there's always that little bit left in you, and there's a goal there for you, and delighted that he could get that, and then Freddie could come on and help us see the rest of the game out.
I'm sure you knew that you'd get asked about Leif Davis missing out, but I'm going to start the question with highlighting what a performance Greg put in, and does that again speak volumes of the attitude of the group and also him as an individual?
Exactly. Disappointed for Leif. He has an injury. We thought he might recover, but he hasn't, so disappointed to miss him. He's been in good form, but in a way I sort of knew it was a good way to start this month off, because we've been saying to the players, we've been pretty consistent with the team, but we're saying like the moments are coming, everyone's going to be needed. There's 8 games this month. So to start the month with that, with Greg coming into the team, not having played in quite a while, having trained so well, having been such a supportive member of the group, shown that he's ready to give to the team, kept himself in really good condition, knows his job to a T, and came in and delivered a performance against certainly one of the best wingers in the league. Was delighted for him, and really good reflection on the group.
Just quickly following it up on Leaf, hopefully not long term.
No, not long term. We'll see how he is next week.
Is this the most dialed in that you've known the group to be at the moment?
I don't think dial's in the word. They've been dialed in from the start. I can't ask for any more from them in terms of how they train every day, focus, how they try and take on messages and apply it. But you have to you learn from experience and games, and playing for a big club like Ipswich Town, and the scenarios that we end up having in terms of game states. You have to go through them sometimes. So they've certainly showed, I think, today again their development and increased maturity and understanding in the group, and that was on display. But it's not a dialed in or a will. The will's always been so high with this group. It's just understanding what's required at different times.
And finally, just some really good scenes at the end there with the fans, more than 3,000 again, and the questions speaks for itself, doesn't it?
Yeah, it was wonderful, great moments. We have to enjoy it. Of course, everyone's got eye on the end of the season and what will happen and things, but you got to enjoy it as you go along. We've said that all along. Enjoy the journey, and if you can't enjoy coming here and playing in front of for the players and for the supporters, coming to a big stadium like this against a big club in front of 30,000, bringing over 3,000 of our supporters, delivering a good performance and getting a win, then you're probably not going to enjoy anything. So today's a day to enjoy, not worry about anything else. The support was fantastic again, and it was a big part of getting the victory. And for us, then it'll be back to work on Monday, and we look forward to seeing everyone at Portman Road next Friday.